Hey guys. This scratching stuff. First thing I'm gonna do.
They are permitted.
This. I'm just scratching this. This. I'm gonna show you some move to do stuff live. It awesomeness. And guys, this is the site I found that you get free subscribers. You guys want to see? I'm going to show you guys. Right now, let me just pull this up. Okay, guys. Share. Be back with that in a moment. Hold on. Think I didn't share it. I got it to share. And here's the site right here. It's called Free Subscribers. Every day you get 5 subscribers. 5 people subscribe to you every day. So I gotta click outside. Then you have to have a YouTube account for this to work. Actually, so this is gonna be a awesome thing to do, guys. While you waiting, subscribe to me and like to me. See, this site I have like 11 subscribers. Let's see, and it has these. Please come later. And you're gonna click whichever one you want that says free, and this where you get the free stuff. But today we're just gonna get right back into the screen, into us. So yeah, guys, I can do that. It's possible. I can get hang on. I need to brighten the picture. How do I do that? Okay, let's get this full screen. So, I've been wanting to show you guys this. That first time live. I don't know if you guys can see me, but I'm going ahead and switch to my screensaver. Share. Okay, so this, we're gonna go ahead YouTube. These are all my videos.
So you
These guys are live. So this is what I was watching. We're gonna watch this full today. Let's go.
You'd like to try that technique you've been saving?
So let's restart the video. And you
Combine bodies. Fusion. That's right. Think about it. You and I joined in one body. We'll have amazing strength.
you two have me.
Give it to me. What are you waiting for? Give it now. You bet.
Goku, you so hectic. What's wrong with you? Guess what might do your head long?
You said right here, right? That's right, Vegeta. And one more thing. Once we join our bodies, we'll be stuck in that form forever. Oh, imbecile! You tell me now? Don't you think that's important information? To the end of time! Alright, it's on! Great! Thanks, Vegeta.
Goku's like, yeah, bro, let's do this. Uh, let's go ahead and skip to 2 minutes.
You are awful confident for someone so small, but if that's the way you want to play this, then fine!
Dragon Ball Z. What's wrong with this? Who just texted me? Okay, that's weird. Don't even text me on Google anymore.
This time you lose.
Let's start with watching some Ghost Rider. This will be fun.
I don't want to do that.
Let's watch some Bill's channel.
Well, that was a little bit strange. Hey guys, Bill here. Hey, speaking of strange, you know, every week we get some really weird submissions from some of you guys. So what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to focus in on some of my favorite strange and weird submissions. Like this video that claims to show a dead dragon found on the beach, this bizarre video that is said to show a Jesus statue that blinks, a picture of pink slime that is supposed to be what McDonald's hamburgers are made of, and that doesn't even include some of the worst fake snakes ever, or the big story this week, which happens to be about this giant Lego man washed up on a beach. It's going to be an episode from the weird side of YouTube, so don't go away. I don't know about you, but I've been a big fan of Legos ever since the first time I laid eyes on them. First developed by a Danish toy maker in 1949, they've become a worldwide phenomenon that includes books, movies, games, and even theme parks. But what is this all about? It was sent in by Sharon Davis and claims to show a giant Lego man that washed up on a beach somewhere. But is this picture for real? Or are we just looking at a little toy photoshopped into a big beach? Why don't we sift through some sand and see what we can find out?
Jeff Heinlein was the first to spot Lego Man as he strolled the beach near Siesta Key Village.
I thought it was marine life. You know, I thought it was a manatee or something like that because it was still, you know, pitch black.
A little internet searching revealed some surprising information. There were numerous newspaper reports about a giant Lego man found on a beach, but guess what? It wasn't just one find on one beach. It was many finds on many beaches.
No one knows where he's come from or who sent him. But the strangest part about this, Jenna, is that this is not the first time it's happened. A few years ago, one of these guys washed up on the coast of Amsterdam. And the year after, in England.
Still another in Florida, Japan, even California had one.
Well, he comes in 8 feet tall, a lean 100 pounds, and no one is quite sure how he washed up.
It didn't take long to figure out this wasn't a simple real or fake. This was something much bigger. A real, bona fide mystery.
I kind of think it was from the UFO people. I really do.
My first thought was this must be some kind of viral advertising campaign from the Lego company. I sent them an email asking if they had any info they could share with me about it. Unfortunately, they haven't responded yet, which to me is just a little bit suspicious.
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
Digging a little deeper, I came across some posts that said what we might be looking at is an art project. That's an interesting idea. Maybe what we're seeing here is something like that Volkswagen Beetle we found underwater a few weeks ago. You remember that? That turned out to be an art project. In that case, I found my answer in a museum. But in this case, the only thing I could find was a quote from a newspaper report. It said the Lego man that washed up in Japan had "No real than you are" written on its front, and on the back it bore the name Eagle Leonard.
Here in Sarasota County, the investigation continues.
It was right about here that I finally decided to go to my research group to Chewy Piranhas because I was in way over my head. And thanks to them, I was able to come up with this, the official answer. But before I can tell you what's in here today, I think what we need to do is change the official question. I don't think we can do a simple real or fake on this one. So I think what we'll do instead is we'll do a multiple choice. Now, it's not as easy as real or fake, but it's just as much fun, so stick with me, okay? Is the giant Lego man A, part of a sneaky advertising campaign, B, a serious art project of some kind, or C, a big, fat, practical joke? Okay, what I want you to do is when I say go, I want you to pause the video, go to the comment section, leave your answer there, and then come back here and play the rest of the video to see if you're right or not. Now, as an alternative, you can always just phone right up here. I've got a real simple ABC up there, too. You ready? And go. Okay, did you do it? Good, because in just a few seconds, I'm going to open this envelope faster than a mantis shrimp can solve a Rubik's Cube. But before we do that, let's just take a real quick look at some of the other weird stuff that's come in lately. First, we have a video that claims to show a real but dead dragon on the beach in the Philippines. It was first sent in by clone trooper Afghan Heart.
That's not a dragon, that's a statue.
Kathleen, is that Guzman as in El Chapo Guzman? Anyway, guys, as cool as it would be for this video to be real, it isn't. According to researcher Hans Andreas, it's just artwork from a Spanish artist named Juan Villa Heredo. Juan made it for a TV show, but also recorded a video of his creation, and that's where the fakes come from. You can see the original video on his Instagram account. Next, we have a video that claims to show a statue of Jesus blinking. Guys, I really don't have an easy answer for you on this one, but come on now. This trick is easy. To show us how easy it is to pull this little trick off is our visual effects expert extraordinaire, Peter Butler, from the Bubblegum Monsters channel right here on YouTube.
Well, first of all, obviously you need something to film, like a statue, or I personally like stuff a bit creepy, so I picked up this really creepy looking clown from a charity shop. Anyway, so then you need to film it, and just like in the Jesus video, I made sure I only film from one spot. This makes it a lot easier to superimpose stuff over the top. We then painted out blinks, and the computer can overlay these in the right place, even though our footage is moving. And that's it, one scary clown. It's then just a case of adding some spooky music, uploading it to YouTube, and watch as the fantastic comments come in. So fake, I could have done this in MS Paint. Back to you, Bill.
Thanks, Peter. Next, we have this picture. It was sent in by Lupe III Buenrostro, who wants to know if this really shows what McDonald's hamburgers are made of. Lupe, well, the picture is real. It's actually called poultry paste, which was once used to make chicken McNuggets, not hamburgers. But all major fast food companies, including McDonald's, stopped using this stuff in 2012. The picture you see here was first posted on the internet in 2009. And speaking of 2009, isn't it about the same time the first giant Lego man washed up on the beach in Holland? Let's get through this quick, because if we don't, I'm probably going to start showing you some of the worst big snake submissions that ever came into Bill's channel, like this one, or this one, or even this one. And they're all, say it with me, so fake. It's funny. You know, sometimes I think you guys are, just pulling my leg with some of those submissions, because, I mean, who would think those are real? Please. And here we go. This is a long one. The pictures showing a giant Lego man washed up on beaches around the world have been examined by a panel of experts in art and advertising. Interesting. After careful consideration, we have concluded, first, wow, there's a first, First, this is not a real Lego man because it's made from fiberglass, not Lego parts. I didn't even think of that. Secondly, while the placement of the object at various beaches was to promote and advertise, it wasn't intended to advertise Lego itself. It's interesting. Instead, it was intended to promote a message unrelated to the product and therefore must be classified as...
Real.
Are you ready? I mean, it could be a practical joke or it could be a serious art.
Come on, be sneaky, be sneaky.
Serious art project.
Like,
Can you believe that? Another art project. But hey, don't go away because the reality of what's going on here is even more interesting than the mystery. Thanks to Chewy Piranha researcher Eric Rivera, we learned the character actually has its own website. On the top page, it reveals the giant Lego man also goes by the name of Ego Leonard. It also reveals he's on a mission of sorts. If you read what's written there on the website, it says, "My world has been flooded with fortune hunters and people drunk with power." And then it says it's made him interested in our way of life. Now, I don't know about you, but this whole thing
Well, at
sort of
least
has
it's
this
not
eerie
fake,
echo of the
guys.
1950s movie that was recently remade. It's called Day the Earth Stood Still, and if you recall, it's about a spaceman who comes to Earth with this giant... Hey guys, Bill here. Just a little warning, if you're afraid of monsters, you may not want to watch this episode because we're going to be looking at some really monstrous, real or fakes. We have a weird picture of a monster called Goatman to examine, a video claiming to show a monster in the sewers of London, and a spoof about the Bloody Mary legend. And all this doesn't include the big story of the week, so we better get moving. The big story this week has to do with this picture, a picture that many of you have sent in. It claims to be the very first photo that captured the monster known as Slender Man. But is this picture for real, or are we just looking at another big, skinny fake? Why don't we cook up some creepy pasta and see what we can find out? If you actually sit down and do some internet searches on the subject, it doesn't take long to learn a lot about Slender Man. He is most commonly described as very tall and thin, with unnaturally long, tentacle-like arms, which he can extend to intimidate or capture prey. In most stories, his face is white and featureless. Nobody knows where Slender Man lives, but he always seems to appear from out of a forest or trees. What he wants is not clear, but it seems his favorite activity is kidnapping children. So what's going on with this picture then? Did somebody actually capture a monster on camera? Or did they cook it up in Photoshop? Well, according to my research team, the Chewy Piranhas, it's a bit of an enigma. On the one hand, many sources say it was cooked up in Photoshop for an online forum focused on horror stories. But on the other hand, there are no versions of this photo that do not show Slender Man in the picture. We actually hit a lot of brick walls on this one, but thanks to our network of experts, we were able to come up with this, the official answer. Now, if you watch this series, you know it's against the rules for me to tell you what's in here until you tell me what's going on up there, okay? Now, when I say go, what I want you to do is yell out as loud as you can, either real or fake, okay? Now, if you're a little bit too shy to do that, it's okay to pause the video, go to the comment section, leave your answer there, and then come back up here and play the rest of the video. As a third option, you can always just vote right up here. You ready? And go. Okay, did you do it? Good, because in just a few minutes, I'm going to show you what's in the official envelope here. But first, I want to show you some other very interesting things that came in. First sent in by Oliver Prowse, Richard Elliott, and Lorenzo Sadi, this is said to be a real picture showing the hideous monster known as Goatman. While we did not find out if Goatman is real, we did learn that this picture isn't. It was created by Lou Delport for an art exhibit called Hearsay. It was an exhibit about, what else? Urban legends. In this video, first sent in by Daisy Murray, Aaron Graybill, and Will Morales, closed-circuit video shows us a monster living in the sewers of London. Guys, this is a very scary-looking monster, but truth be told, it's fake. It was created by a utilities company in England as an April Fool's joke and used to educate people about what not to flush down their toilets. In this video sent in by D'Angelo Martinez, we are confronted with what is claimed to be a real-life Godzilla caught on home video. D'Angelo, I don't know how to tell you this, but Godzilla is a fictional creature created for Japanese cinema many years ago. Any claims to the contrary are, and do I need to say it? So fake, it's funny! And now, my friends, we move on to something a little new here on the Real or Fake series, a spoof. That's right, we're going to take a break from the serious business of finding out what's real or fake for a little lighthearted entertainment from my good friends Peter Butler and Stuart Carpenter of the Bubblegum Monsters channel right here on YouTube. What they're going to be covering today is the Bloody Mary legend. Now, if you don't know what the Bloody Mary legend is, it's that thing where you stand in front of a mirror and then you, well, just watch, you'll get it. Bloody Rose. Let's do this. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. If you reckon. What are you doing?
I was just going through the box now next sketch stuff I was installing.
But go and play with your props.
The top stuck on my leg. Goodbye, guys. I ain't lying.
I thought I asked you to leave me alone.